Great. Well, I get to follow a lot of great speakers, and how I ended up last, I have no idea. So we'll give it a shot. Thank you for the introduction. My name is Todd Hendricks. I run the day-to-day operations of our family business. We're an automation company. We've got about 45 employees, and we are a member of the Center for Family and Privately Held Businesses, or the Family Center. And we've been a member for 3 years, and I have to say I really wish we would have found it sooner. It's a great organization, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about kind of what it is and how you can get involved and why you should get involved. So first off, it's an organization designed to help businesses succeed. That's their whole point of being organized. It's organized through the university, it's member driven, and it's any family or privately held business, hence the name. So you won't have huge corporations and stuff in there kind of pulling their weight around. I'm going to pull this, so forgive me for reading, but it's right from the pamphlet. I don't want to mess it up. But the center provides a forum for idea exchange and networking while developing a body of knowledge to help families in all stages of business and ownership growth. Now, I stole that from the pamphlet, but it does a good job at highlighting what they do. So how do they do that? They do it a couple different ways. The first one is events. They have two types of events, forums and then mini forums. And they're both included with the membership, not only for you, but for anyone in your family or organization. So if there's something on healthcare reform, you can bring maybe the person in your HR department, or if there's something on cybersecurity, or you can bring someone from your IT department in, and anyone in your company can be involved and check this stuff out. So first we'll start with the forums. Those are obviously larger than the mini forums, as you can tell by the name. They're typically open to the public, and they happen a handful of times throughout the year, lunch or dinner settings, and they're larger. They'll have anywhere from 50 to a couple hundred people in there. There's typically networking opportunities before and after, so you can meet some of the people that you've met throughout the events that they have, and they'll bring in a speaker to present on a topic. So some of the recent topics, Coach Matt Campbell just talked this week on recruiting, and that was a phenomenal presentation. Dr. Clint Longnecker was here recent also, and he talked about productivity, how to do more by doing less, which was really great too. Culture, a local transplant from this area, now works in Chicago. Sean Reedsecker talked about culture and how to be intentional and grow culture and the ROI that you get from that. And succession planning was another one that was recent and it was just really incredible with a lot of great stuff in it, and that was by Lisa Stewart. So there's some great content in those. Again, it's part of your membership. The next part is the mini forums. Those are smaller, 10 to 30 people. They happen right down the hall here on campus, typically 7:30 in the morning. There's two different formats. They can either have an overview of a lot of different topics and kind of cover a lot of things, or they'll go more in depth onto a single topic. Some of the things they've covered was business structure. What's the difference between an LLC and an S Corp and a C Corp, or cybercrime and employee fraud, or healthcare reform, business valuation, estate planning and trusts and wills and all that, and how does it apply to your business. These are all topics that have been introduced and taught on in these mini forums. And I mean, we're not experts on everything, so it's really nice to have experts come in, share their advice. It's a great opportunity to learn. And something that's really neat is the mini forums are simulcast online. So if you can't make it to UT at 7:30 a.m., that's fine. You can watch them at home in your pajamas while you're getting around. Or maybe you want to get your team together and all watch it together. If you really want to watch it all together in your pajamas, that's, I guess, your own thing. But that's really neat that they can do it that way. And then both the forums and the mini forums after the event are published online and archived. So right now there's 21 forums and 39 mini forums online that you can log in with your membership ID and watch anytime that you want, or have your team watch it, or your family members watch it. I mean, there's a ton of information out there from experts. It's just great stuff. And the last thing, I think the main thing, in my opinion, that the center kind of does really great is they offer what's called affinity groups. And these are really special groups. They're small peer groups that they put together based on the availability of when you can meet. So they'll typically pick a day and a time. Some groups meet at breakfast, some lunch, some in the late afternoon. And it's basically just a way to connect and interact and conversate with peers that are going through the same thing. So they are confidential. You don't have to worry about going in and venting or talking about this or that. You sign a confidentiality form. We don't talk about what goes on. So it's kind of like Fight Club. You don't talk about it. Each group kind of evolves into its own personality. They have their own format. They're free to do what they want, talk about what they want. There's no structure or mandate from the center. It's basically its own thing. And you really form connections with these people. I know I've been involved with one for almost 2 years now, and when our son was born a year ago, I was really excited. They were one of the groups that I was really pumped to share that news with. But basically, it's a mix of various industries, various positions, various stages in their careers, young to more experienced. So anyone that they have ideas and suggestions and comments on if you're struggling with things. So you can vent, you can talk about ideas or challenges, and share your victories. Sometimes it's hard to connect with people and to really understand the stuff that you're going through if they're not a business person, and I find myself kind of finding that. But these are people that they do it too. They're in the trenches and they understand the unique challenges that entrepreneurs go through on a daily basis. So, and the center does a great job coordinating it. Angie and Debbie both do an awesome job helping, sending out meeting reminders. They coordinate the venues. Typically they're off-site. They'll organize where you meet, organize the food, everything there. And it's just a great opportunity to really connect on a deeper level with people and get some peer input. So those are the main things that the center offers. Again, it's a very great resource to learn formally and informally with your peers, and I highly recommend checking it out.